Is Ruby on Rails still relevant in 2024? Let's find out. So according to the Stack Overflow Developer Survey of 2023, developers chose Ruby on Rails 7.04 times among languages and web frameworks. Ruby on Rails was very popular in the early 2000s and even the 2010s, but since the popularity of Node.js, many developers have shifted from Ruby on Rails. It does not mean that the framework is dead. In fact, it is far from it, because Ruby on Rails has matured over all these years and is still one of the best technologies to be used. One reason for this is that Ruby has a beautiful and elegant syntax. It makes the implementation of complex business logic simpler. On top of that, it has its Rails scaffolding, classes, etc. And this makes development structured and it makes it easy to write code and read code. Not to mention there is an ultra big collection of gems, so there is a gem or a library for everything you could think of. The developer community has created a ton of gems that ease out your problem, and you can find gems for API authorization, for executing background jobs, for everything. Rails itself is actually a gem that has many gems under its hood. Rapid development. This is a major plus point of Ruby on Rails. It speeds up the process of development and helps you hit the market early due to its simple syntax and the MVC conventions that Rails imposes. The development cycle reduces by a significant amount, and that's the most important thing. Scaling. Successful applications need to scale. The economics of scale is something that you will have to consider, maybe not in the beginning, but when you start seeing traction. Based on my experience with Rails, I can assure you that it scales well. You might have to redesign a few features that you implemented, but this is true for any language or framework. One caveat is the memory footprint of a Rails application. You need to be careful with the memory bloating it can cause. If you haven't coded well, this bloating can cost you while scaling the application. So is Ruby on Rails still relevant in 2024? I believe it is, and that it will stay relevant for a few years to come. It is a simple and powerful platform to build rapid prototypes and any kind of web app or service it needs, mainly because it reduces the development time and helps you hit the market in a really short time. Tell me if you think Ruby on Rails is still relevant in the comments. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, then subscribe